The great hall of the Galactic Council was carved from living crystal, orbiting the twin suns of Verith Prime. It was a place where entire civilizations bent knee, where empires pleaded for recognition, and where the word of the Council decided the fate of worlds. On that day, silence reigned. Admiral Kale Dren of the Valorian Dominion stood before the Council dais, his voice trembling with disbelief as he replayed the recording. Holograms danced in the airships burning, titans falling, and then the impossible, a single vessel, small compared to the city-sized warships of the Dominion, moving through the wreckage untouched. Its hull was sleek and black, adorned with no known sigil, no registration marks, no broadcast codes, just a symbol white and blue 12 stars encircling a single sphere, a human emblem. And within 8 minutes, Kale said, voice cracking, the Titan Eternal Wrath was destroyed. No survivors. Gasps rippled through the chamber. That's impossible, hissed Councillor Threxvale, his scales darkening in agitation. The humans were annihilated centuries ago. They do not exist. Kale's mandibles twitched. With respect, Counselor, I saw the wreckage myself. The attack vectors, the weapon signatures, they match no known design. Whatever that ship is, it's human-built. The Council erupted in argument. Human technology cannot rival our Titans, shouted a Praxian representative, slamming his claw against the table. Their species was primitive when the Council first charted their world. And yet, Kale said quietly, the Eternal Wrath is gone. For thousands of years, the Titans had ruled the void. Massive constructs of living metal, powered by the hearts of newborn stars, each one capable of reducing a planet to cinders. They were the pride of the Galactic Council, the ultimate weapons, the symbols of peace through dominance. And now one was gone, not crippled, not disabled, erased. The human ship had appeared near the neutral border between the Valorian Dominion and the Arellan Compacton area, long considered uninhabited. No one had seen it approach. No one had detected its engines. One moment, the Titan Eternal Wrath had been conducting a routine patrol. The next, it was under attack by something that shouldn't exist. High above the scorched remains of Valis 9, a single ship drifted in the shadows of broken moons. It was called the HSS Vengeance. Its commander, Captain Mira Holt, stood on the bridge, her eyes reflecting the cold light of distant stars. Status report, she said. Her second, Lieutenant Aaron Locke, glanced at his console. Hull integrity stable, weapon systems recharged, energy output within safe parameters. Mira nodded. Any pursuit? None. The Council fleet scattered when we disabled their Titan. No signals on long-range scanners. Good. She stepped closer to the viewport, looking down at the planet below, a wasteland of glass and ash. They called this world neutral. They used it for testing. Her voice hardened. They never cared who lived here before. Locke hesitated. Captain, you know what this means. The Council won't ignore us now. We've shown them something they thought impossible. That was the point, Myra said. They forgot us. They thought they erased our history, our pain. Now they'll remember. She looked up, her eyes burning with quiet fury. And they'll learn what happens when humanity stops being patient. The Council convened again, this time behind sealed doors. The Supreme Speaker, an ancient being known as regarded the assembled delegates with something close to fear. The Valorian Dominion confirms the destruction of a Titan, Geltor said, his voice echoing through the chamber. They claim it was the work of a human vessel. That cannot be, snapped the Praxian delegate. The human worlds were purged 3 centuries ago after their rebellion. Their fleets were annihilated. Their homeworld was glassed, finished Geltor softly. Yes, by our command. An uncomfortable silence fell. Geltor turned to the central holoscope. And yet, this recording exists. The chamber dimmed. A hologram flickered to life. The Titan Eternal Wrath firing its primary cannon into the void. A bright flash followed, then something emerged from the distortion. A ship, smaller than a Titan's engine core, darted through the incoming plasma and released a single burst of white light. The Eternal Wrath's shields collapsed. Its armor crumbled, and then, with a single pulse, the entire vessel folded inward, consumed by its own power source. The recording ended. The energy signature, Geltor said quietly, matches no known physics. The weapon appears to manipulate space-time directly. Impossible, muttered one of the scientists. Even the Titans cannot. They can't, Geltor agreed. But the humans apparently can. Murmurs filled the room. Fear rippled like an undercurrent. Finally, Threxvale slammed a claw against the table. I refuse to believe it. A human vessel cannot rival our Titans. Geltor's gaze turned cold. And yet one did. On board the Vengeance, Mira watched the broadcast feed from the Council. Their debates were public arrogance disguised as transparency. She smiled faintly. Are they panicking? Locke asked. They're denying, Mira said. That's the first stage. Panic comes next. Locke leaned against the console. Do you ever think we're becoming what we fought against? The Titans were monsters. But what we did to that one, we did what was necessary, Mira interrupted. You saw what the Council did to Earth. They burned it, called it cleansing. They erased every trace of our people. If one Titan falls for every billion human lives lost, that's justice. Locke didn't respond. Myra turned toward him, her expression softening slightly. I know what you're thinking, Aaron, but understand this: our ancestors didn't die screaming. They died building. They left this ship for us. The Vengeance, Locke whispered. Myra nodded. The last creation of old Earth, the culmination of everything they learned from war, from suffering, from loss. The Council thinks Titans are gods. We'll show them what happens when mortals defy gods. Within weeks, rumors spread across the stars. Merchant ships whispered of a black vessel that moved faster than thought. Outposts reported seeing flashes of white light before their defense grids vanished. Another Titan fell for Judicator Prime, protector of the Council core itself. By the time reinforcements arrived, it was gone. Only a message remained, carved into the hull of a drifting cruiser. We remember the fire. The Council declared full-scale mobilization. Every empire, every fleet, every ship capable of war was summoned. The age of complacency ended overnight. And for the first time in 10,000 years, the Council was afraid. The Vengeance hung on the edge of the Council's core system, cloaked in the folds of warped light. Myra stood at the helm, her eyes fixed on the distant glow of a massive golden world, the seat of the Galactic Council. Locke stepped beside her. We can't win this war alone, Captain. Even with the Vengeance, there are too many of them. Maybe, Myra said. But the Vengeance wasn't built to win wars. Then what was it built for? She smiled faintly. To end them. She raised her hand. Prepare the pulse engines. Destination. Their pride. Pulse of white light rippled across the ship's surface. The Vengeance vanished, folding through space-time like a shadow. The Council's orbital fortress, Sanctum Prime, was the most secure installation in the galaxy. It had never been breached. Its defenses could vaporize fleets before they crossed half the system. So when the alarms sounded, no one believed it at first. Unregistered contact, a technician shouted. It's inside the defense perimeter. What? That's impossible. The holographic display lit up with a single shape, a black silhouette emerging from the void itself, its hull glowing faintly with blue-white light. The Vengeance. Open fire. The sky erupted. Dozens of Titans turned their weapons toward the intruder. Beams of pure energy, enough to shatter moons, converged on one tiny ship. The Vengeance didn't move. It simply shimmered. The light bent around it. And then the Titans' own blasts turned back upon them. One by one, the behemoths fell. From the Council's chamber, Geltor watched in horror as the symbols of their supremacy were torn apart. They can't possibly, he whispered. On the central holoscreen, a transmission appeared. A human face. Captain Myra Holt. You burned our world, she said softly. You erased our names from your history. You built Titans to rule the stars. And yet, you forgot who taught you to reach them. Her voice hardened. Humanity does not bow. Humanity remembers. And then, the transmission cut. Sanctum Prime went dark. When the light returned, the Vengeance was gone. All that remained were the shattered hulks of the Titans and a message broadcast to every corner of the galaxy. You thought gods ruled the stars, but gods can bleed. The Council didn't speak of it again, but every race, every empire, every being that looked toward the void remembered the day their Titans fell and the day the humans returned.